Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery and welcome to Home Sweet Home Ring Bound Journal Build using the 2023 monthly freebies. So today we are on October. Our cute little ring bound journal is looking awesome. And this is what you get in this month's freebie. Now, it's all about Halloween. It's got to be about Halloween. So I try to pick a holiday that is worldwide. When there's not, I just come up with a theme. And of course, October has to be Halloween. So we've got the house, some cutouts, some cards, etc. And of course, we always have the month word in there. And then I just try to fill in the little spaces with something that could or might not go with the whole theme that you want to do, but lots of cutouts on this page along with a pocket. We have an envelope for the inside. Every one of these has a pocket in there with something in it to hold extra goodies. So this month we've got a envelope, more cutouts, the roofs, and I don't know if you noticed, but the roofs are little bats. So we got that, and then we've got two pages. We've got this striped page, which is the same as the house, just a little bit brighter. And then we have just a tea-dyed, grungy looking page. So let's start with what we are making. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut everything out. And I've inked around all the edges. So the first thing, let's glue up this envelope. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. We'll start with the easiest thing first, and that is our envelope. I'm going to put a little tiny glue right here. And then a little bit. Not going to do the point because the point, I'm not sure if it sticks up there or not. We're going to find out because I ended up doing it anyways. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so there is that. Step one, done. Now these, okay, this is going to be the back. Let's do that first. Now we're going to put the pocket on here. I've creased over all these things. And I'm going to put just a bit of glue there and a bit of glue there. And that is going to hold those two pieces down. Now this is something that I learned, and I have seen other people do it, but when you're folding these up, and I should have showed you before I glued it, but this piece here I have on top of these. So now when I go to slide something in, it slides in and doesn't get caught on this bottom piece. If you put this bottom piece down first and then these on top, then when you slide it in, it can get caught up on that. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is going to go right down here, just like that, I think. So let's glue this up here. Now when I make these digital kits or the digital freebies, I do have the idea of how I want to make a project, And that's why sometimes I do the pieces that I do, is because I already have it in my head at the time. So there is that. Now I just noticed you can barely see my little end, but I should have double checked that, but that's okay. It'll be good. Let's find a roof to put on here. So of course this month, lots of oranges and browns and whatnot. I didn't want to go too Halloween-y, too scary. I like Halloween, but I'm not really big on, you know, the horror side of Halloween. Let's put this right where it goes. Let's line up the tip. Okay. I thought using the bats on the roof was kind of cute. And then, of course, I'm just going to put a couple of these in, but we'll put them in at the very end. For now, I don't know what else I'm going to do there, so we'll kind of hold that. Now, I'm going to bring in this piece of paper. I printed the same thing on both sides. I need a pencil right here. Now I am going to trace this onto here. I just want it to come up to here though. So now once that's there, I'm just going to draw the outline of the house on here. And of course you can use these digitals for making other projects, or you can play along and do this. I'm gonna just quickly cut this house out. You probably can't see my lines, but I can barely see them. And I might have just messed up. Darn, darn, darn. I did. I actually wanted to leave a little bit on the side to make it flip. But that's okay, because let's draw another one. We're going to leave this part on this time. So I'm going to do my lines a little bit darker this time to make it a little bit easier to see. You can probably see them now. And this one here, when I printed this, I did print on both sides of this one. So let's go ahead and let's cut both at the same time. Okay. Now let's go up here. I'll figure out what to use that other piece for, or I'll just use it as a extra piece for in the future. Okay, so now I've got two pieces. Get rid of those. And I think I want try to figure out. Okay, this was the good side. Let's just lining this up. Today I'm having trouble thinking and speaking at the same time. Okay, let's trim this off this way this time, instead of drawing the lines. So there's more than one way to do something. Okay. Almost got this cut out. I should have cut these out beforehand, but okay, there is that. That's what we don't want. Let's clean up these pieces, put them over there. So now we actually have 3 pieces like this. We got 2, that one. Now I want to just fold this over. Like that. Let's fold this over. Try to kind of get it folded over straight. Okay, there's number 2. And I guess it doesn't really matter which way I put it. And there we have number 3 up. Okay. We are going to have to change all these because I want them towards the back of the book. So they need to go this way, and let's score them so they're nice and flat. Because they're going to go on top like this. And one more. Okay. Now let's make sure they're going to fit on here reasonably well. And I think they will be good. Okay, let's quickly ink along the edge on these here. And let's do this one. You don't have to ink, but because everything else was inked, I think it might be good. I guess I should probably ink the other side as well. Doesn't have to be much of a ink, it's more to cover up any white that might appear than it is for anything else. There is links below for the freebies. You can get them in either the Facebook group, and better yet is to go over to Coffee. I feel on Coffee you get a much better quality PDF file for these. They are free on Coffee, so you can just go over there and add it to your cart and then download it, and then it's free to download. So, okay, now then, do I want this in the front or do I want this in the front? I think I'm going to go with the orange. So let's glue these together. Now I'm just going to put some glue on this flap, and then I'm going to glue it to the other flap. Kind of just an easy way to pile up a couple pages. Now I need to make sure I get these even. I do want these really, really even. Or as even as I can get them, which, look at how off I am. I might just trim them a little bit when I'm all done, because that really didn't go even. But you gotta remember, we're cutting these by hand and stuff, so it's hard to get everything perfect when you're, you know, just doing it with your eyesight. But this will work out. Okay, let's just set it on here. Okay, I'm gonna kind of trim it up according to the very front piece. And we'll hope for the best, that everything lines up. And it'll be lined up good enough. I am sure it will be. Okay, there is that. Now let's just take this and, being that we cut stuff off of these, let's just go ahead and ink those edges again. That one looks good. Now that is going to end up going on the front. Now let's put our roof onto our pages. Let's ink this up. I'm going to be putting more stuff up for the members on Coffee. So if you're not a member of the membership select section, think about joining that. It's $3 a month, and you get exclusive freebies. I guess technically they're not free. You get exclusive digitals in there that I do not offer anywhere else. They are only on there. Now I'm just going to trim this little piece off because I don't want it catching. Now that's going to go on the front. So I'm just going to glue here, and it's going to kind of make like a booklet on there. Let's add our glue. Now I want all this to much line up on the edges here. So I'm going to line up this edge and then glue that down, which is a little bit crooked, but I think it'll be okay. So now we've got some pages that we can journal on, add pictures to, etc. So we got that. So there's, you know, technically 6 pages that you can write on there. So I think that's really good. Now I've got these 2 pieces here. There's one there and one there. Now these are opposite. So we are going to turn this into a paper clip. Let's get a little piece of stuff here. Now I'm just going to, I guess I'm by golly on this thing. Let's fold that in half. And then put this over there. And that can be cut there. Now, is this gonna work? We're gonna have to trim some of that off, and then let's do one of these a little bit shorter than the other one. Make it easier putting it on there, I hope. Because it's going to be like a hidden paper clip. I wonder if my paper clip is too big. Let me get a different paper clip. Okay, got a smaller paper clip. I think that will be better in the long run. Not going to see it anyways. But I think that will be better. And it'll kind of go right about there. So when I'm done, I'll trim these bits off. So let's glue this up. Glue up that. And because I've got to trim a bunch of the edges off, I'm not going to go straight to the edge, but I do want to get the bottom, because as I slide it on, I don't want that to get all caught up. So let's put that right about there. And let's make sure we get that all down. So we got that there. And once we trim that and ink it, it'll be good to go. Now this piece is going to go on here. So I want to glue up all of this, but I also want to put extra glue right around there. Let's ink this all up. I did these little witches going both ways for the purpose of putting them back to back. Let's put that down there. And now let's get that as even as we can. And I will ink it as well, so then that'll help cover up like the little white edges. I'll ink that all up after I've glued this up. Okay, now this is going to be a little tricky in spots, but totally doable. Just gotta take my time. And you want a good sharp pair of scissors. These Tim Holtz scissors are awesome. I've got 2 sizes and I love them. They cut through everything and they're so easy on the hands. There's that. We just got this piece here to go. Okay, now I'm going to just ink any white spots. And that will cover up anything that wasn't quite lined up. And then let's ink this side as well. This is when ink really helps, I think. It helps hide your mistakes, because it kind of just blends everything in together. Okay. There we have our little paper clip, which is going to actually go on the top here once we get these glued together. So we've got our other thing here. Let's glue these together. And then we can add on some finishing touches. Okay, so we don't want to glue, of course, down the one long edge because that's our pocket. This is going to be an awesome little ring-bound journal by the time we are done. So as you can see, glue all up there, glue down here, a little bit on the bottom. Let's put this together. Again, as even as we can. Trying to line all the parts up. Just going to ink that little bit there, and I'm going to put a little ink on that white spot so it doesn't show quite as much. Let's find our template. Here it is. And let's put our holes in here. And punch those there. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead. We've got 2 different sizes, so I'm going to put the small ones on the front, on the front side. There's that. And here is this. So I have lots of other freebies on coffee as well, so do check those out. One day I hope to have all of my freebies there. Some are still hosted on older sites, but to my knowledge, all the freebies that I've made are still available. Just that some of the older ones you gotta dig a little more to find them is all. So there's that. And one more. And there's that. Now I do want to decorate this, so this still flips open. What do we want on the front? We could put this little girl. She's cute. We could put Dracula. We've got candies. We've got crows and ravens. Got a cute candle. And I also really like this guy, but I'm leaning towards Dracula. So I think he's going to go right there. I'm just wondering if we can find something else to put on here. We could put Halloween, or we could put October. Maybe something like that. I still want to leave room for writing on here, but I do want to decorate it up a little bit. Could even put a couple of leaves under there just for... Okay. And no, the white spot there. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's put Dracula down. I think I want him on the front. Do you do a lot of stuff for Halloween or no? I usually don't do too much for any given holiday. Okay, there is Dracula. When I was young, I used to love the song Monster Mash. Used to know it off by heart, but not anymore. Okay, so these I kind of want. Let's do them right about there somewhere. You could really decorate this up lots if you wanted. Okay, let's put this other one on there. Try to give extra stuff, and I always try to fill in all those spots on the page. I hate wasting the paper by not printing on it all or as much as I can. So I always try to fill stuff up with little fussy cuts and whatnot. Okay. This video's a little longer than some of the other projects, but that's okay. There is that. I think that looks pretty good. Now on here, I'm going to put these cards. There is 3 journaling cards that can just go into there. And this paper clip is, I glued all the way down. I shouldn't have. I should just have glued where the paper clip is. So now I have a paper clip that no longer works. So I'm going to have to redo that. For now, I'm just going to, because this little witch was meant to go right here on the roof as a paper clip. So I will redo that. I got to print out the more pages and cut her out and redo her. But if nothing else, she's a cute little non-working paper clip. So that's actually kind of funny. But yeah, she will eventually go right there when I remake her. So, and that will help keep this little booklet closed. Do I have anything else that I want to put anywhere? That guy would make a good paper clip too, but there's only the one of them. So there's lots of little extras in here for you to play with and use. But I like that. So what do you think? Will the little girl look good up there as a paper clip? Her hat will kind of act as a chimney type. And I mean, you could even put her way down here, so then her broom will stick out there. But yeah, when I glued it together, I didn't even think of that. So we will figure it out. And she would go over the page, so half would be on this side, half would be on this side. So mistakes happen. We'll fix her up and go from there. Let's put all the extras into our envelope. Actually, we've got lots of extras on this one. And that's okay, because we can use them on other projects. We can use them on other pages. And just more goodies to play with. And maybe you don't want Dracula. Maybe you want something else. So we got that. We're going to put this little girl in there too, because who knows what we will do with her. And now let's hope that this fits into our pocket like that. Really, I don't even need a paper clip, or could just use just a paper clip. Let's put it into our little binder. Of course, we got all of our other months in here that we've done. I really, really enjoy this. I enjoyed last year's projects too, where I did a page and then I made a journal at the end of the year. That was a lot of fun as well. But this one is awesome. Our little September fall page. And now let's put in October. There we go. There is October. So we've only got 2 months left in this. And that's going to make a nice little journal by the time we're done. 2 more months in there, and then I'll figure out what to do with the rings. They're looking like they're going to be close to the right size by the time we're done. But a fun project. Hope you like it. Come on over to the Facebook group or go to coffee. Grab the digitals, have some fun, and post on the group on what you've made, and if you have a YouTube channel, let us know so we can all go over and see what you've been doing. Have fun. We'll see you again soon. Bye.